Hello and welcome to the Telegraph Studios and Business Reporter's Human Capital Campaign, hosted by the Telegraph Online. I'm Alistair Greener. Now, you may or may not know it, but at the moment we're in the midst of a fourth industrial revolution. Now, to understand what that is and what impact it's going to have on business, I'm talking to Ian Dowd and Rachel Clough from NGA Human Resources. Good morning.
Morning.
So what is this so-called fourth industrial revolution?
So the fourth industrial revolution is a term that came from the World Economic Forum, and it really describes a number of disruptive changes to the world of business and the world of work. So there are a series of socio-economic, demographic, technological and innovative changes that are going to affect the way that we work and the way that we live.
So if it's such a big thing, how is it we haven't heard of it before?
Well, this is one of the common misconceptions. One is that it isn't a real thing, and the other is that it isn't here yet. And both of those things are false. It's very real and very present.
And you just need to look at the teenagers that you have at home to see how much they embrace technology and how they can cope with that change at the speed it's coming. So they communicate sitting on the same sofa quite often to each other via the medium of text and instant messaging. So all of those things for the employees of the future, these are your employees coming through.
So how does all of these changes affect the employment landscape?
So it has a revolutionary effect on the employer landscape. So there are a number of changes from big data and analytics, the Internet of Things, mobile and cloud computing, nanotechnology, 3D printing, advances in biotechnology, and these have a multiplier effect, and they're really going to have a seismic change, create a seismic change and a disruptive effect on the way that businesses operate and the way that employees are employed.
Neither should we be underestimating what this big data that we can get can do. And if you compare it to some sort of fuel source, you know, you can either channel it and use it effectively, or it becomes something that just disappears and doesn't become of any use to you.
Now, these are immense changes. It's a massive disruption to business. So how can organisations actually take advantage of this in the future?
So some of the changes are already there to be taken advantage of, and business leaders have identified in some cases these changes but have been slow to adopt to them and slow to take advantage. So either changes in technology that are already relatively advanced and changes in the workplace are already there to be utilised. And then as for the changes in the future, it's really about organisations understanding their own landscape, their own industry and the forces that are going to affect that, and it's going to be different for different industries and different companies.
And if you imagine that 65% of children that are in primary school today, they are actually going to be coming out into a world with jobs that don't even exist yet.
So where does NGA fit into all of this? How do you help?
So as a market leader, we try to bring market data, analysis and commentary to our customers and encourage sharing and collaboration across different industries so that our customers are best placed to take advantage of these changes.
Now, you're an organisation as well, so you must be facing all the same challenges that every other organisation is as well. So what makes you guys the expert?
So NGA has been around for around 40 years, and I said we're a market leader. We plan to be around for the next 40 years. So what we've been able to do is adjust to changes in the marketplace and continue to serve our customers, and we plan to do that going forward. What we really want to do is bring leading thoughts and analysis and thought leadership to our customers as well as products and services. So what we really encourage them to do is look at how their business model is going to change, how the makeup of their workforce is going to change, and embrace these changes into the future.
And in our portfolio of solutions that we have underpinned by ResourceLink, which is our market-leading HR and payroll system, you know, we can bring those services to complement those changes. One
thing we know for sure is that change is going to keep on happening. But the trouble with change is how can we prepare for something when we don't even know what it is?
So you're quite right, and the scope, the scale and the speed of change is only going to accelerate. So it's important that organisations are agile. And the saying is that it's the agile that will survive. It's important organisations understand the impact and some of the forces that are going to affect their industry and their organisation. And HR has a strategic role to play here in understanding what the workforce of tomorrow is going to look like, with things like roles being, or tasks within roles being automated. The balance between automation, robotics and a human workforce is going to be really important in understanding the business model that's best going to serve the company in the future.
Plus, our HR leaders need to be taking to the top table exactly what's going in and the speed that their company will have to be prepared for.
It's been fascinating finding out more about the fourth industrial revolution, the impact it's going to have on businesses. Ian Dowd, Rachel Clough from NGA Human Resources. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.